What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a return subscriber or family member here, I appreciate your love and support so much. If you are a new viewer of my channel, welcome aboard. My name is Mikahson. I would love for you to consider being a part of our family here. You can do so by clicking the subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified every single time I load new content. I am so excited to do this quick tag today. It was started by Luxhandbaglover and it is the this or that tag. It's really, really fun. I put a little spin on it because, as you guys know, I am a male luxury creator, content creator, and I want to celebrate men a little bit more. We're such a small portion of this even smaller community, and I just wanted to give something for the guys. So while this is still going to be open to anyone who wants to do the tag after it, this one is for my fellas. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. First, we're gonna talk about Louis Vuitton, and I wanna know, the first one is, do you guys pick the clay or the 6 key holder? For me, I would have to go with the 6 key holder. I just find it, I don't know, I find it a little bit more functional, and I think that it encompasses all of the things that you need, the functionality. Your keys are secure. You can put 2 or 3 cards and your ID and a little bit of cash in that back pocket. And you're protecting the inside of your bag from your keys. I don't know if you have that same array of advantages when you use the clay. You can tuck keys in it, you can tuck coins and cards and all that stuff, but I just don't think, for me, I have 4 or 5 keys and maybe my key fob. I can't tuck all of that in and some cards and a little bit of cash and it works. Something's gonna be bulky, something's gonna get scratched. It just doesn't work for me. So for me, I pick the 6 key holder. This is a debate that I'm gonna just throw it out there. Damier Ebene or Damier Graphite or Graphite. I think it's Graphite, but which one do you guys pick? I have never, ever, I don't know why, I've never been a fan of the Damier Graphite or the Damier Cobalt. I don't know why. I'm a Damier Ebene diehard fan. The Ebene is pretty much, I think they're all unisex, right? But I know that the Graphite and the Cobalt have been geared more towards the men's line, and they don't do it for me. I don't know what it is. I've never really liked those. Now, I'm recently on the bandwagon for this next one, and I know you guys are gonna know which one I'm gonna pick, but I gotta put it out there. Monogram Eclipse or Classic Monogram. And you guys already know that as of late, I am obsessed with all things Monogram Eclipse. I am looking to sell my Keepall 55 and my Keepall 50. I am just obsessed with everything Monogram Eclipse. Now, I'm gonna really put myself in a tizzy with this one. Monogram Eclipse or Monogram Mikahson? Because I'm equally as intrigued and loving the Mikahson line, but I have more Monogram Eclipse, and I have to say, I think I'm gonna go with Monogram Eclipse again. I just feel like it's timeless, it's a little bit more low-key. I do love the classic nature of Monogram Mikahson with the protective nature of the treated leather, but I find, I don't know, the silhouette, the sexiness of the Monogram Eclipse just, it wins my heart. Togo leather versus Epi Leather. Now I will say, once worn, both are a little ugly to look at. You know, like I think that the weathering on them, it's very wrinkled. I don't think it will bounce back from, you know, sending it to a leather restoration place. I just don't see either of those really bouncing back. I have a couple of bags that I'm starting to see some wear on as far as the leather is concerned, and I'm considering sending them out, but I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit worse. However, I will say that I think that the one that starts to wear quicker would be the Togo leather, because it's not as thick as the Epi leather. So for that alone, as much as I love the Togo leather pieces, I will always err on the side of Epi leather. It's much more forgiving. I drop my Epi 6 key holder on the ground all the time, and when I tell you, it's so forgiving. The Togo, I see a lot of nicks and scratches and marks on it a lot, so I think overall, Epi is the one that wins for me. something I have and love versus something I'm obsessed over and do not have. And that is the Steamer backpack or the Christopher backpack. It's a tough one because I love the silhouette of the Steamer backpack, but functionality, I'm gonna have to go with the Christopher backpack. It just takes too much to get into the Steamer backpack. They're both equally as substantial backpacks, but the Christopher backpack seems to be more easily accessible without being too easily accessible. And they offer it in this black Epi Leather, which, as much as I love the monogrammy clips in the Steamer backpack, if I had to choose, if someone said Steamer or Christopher, I have a love affair with the Christopher backpack, and as much as I hate that name due to an ex who broke my heart, I'm gonna have to go with Christopher. Coin card holder versus the pocket organizer. I know that this is disproportionate because one has a coin option while the other doesn't, but they kind of, I find that people who have the same interest in one they're interested in the other. So I feel like it's comparable in that respect. So for me, I like the option to have more space. While I will not carry coins in the coin card case, which would probably cross me out of buying it, but I like the fact that I can store other things in it, like loyalty cards. I could put more cash in there, and I can carry way more cards, I think, than I could with the pocket organizer while still being extremely sleek. So I think I would definitely go with the coin card holder. It's been all the rave 2020. They offer it in orange and blue, monogrammy clips, the reverse monogram with gray, but I don't know. I do like the coin card case, and my girl Chi Chi Lux has like 1,000 of them, so I'll just snag one of hers for a trial basis and see if I like it. Let's switch fashion houses and go to someone that I've been shopping a lot with lately, and I've always loved them, but I've really been doing a lot of damage in this store, and that is Hermes. Let's talk about belt buckles. As you guys know, I have fallen out of love with the classic H buckle, and I've moved on to something a little bit more sleeker, a bit more understated, but I'm not gonna go there just yet. We're gonna keep it all things, you know, more well known. So I'm gonna ask you guys, do you prefer the classic shiny, the brilliant shine in the classic H belt buckle, or do you prefer the brushed? For me, I like something, again, I like things that are very forgiving. So the polished, brilliant, shined, classic H buckle, it just displays too much on it. You breathe on it and it's like it's got a scratch. I can't. So for me, I prefer the brushed one. And while the brushed does, when you do have an imperfection on it, like of course me the week after I got it years ago, I got a gash that was going against the horizontal brushed finish on it, and underneath it kind of came across a little shiny. So it's not like when you get something, it's unnoticeable. It's super noticeable, but you don't have the frequency of imperfections that you have with the brilliant polished one, if that makes sense. So even with that imperfection, I still would definitely go with the brushed H. Another big debate that has gone on for years with Hermes is Togo leather versus Epsom leather. Now, Togo leather tends to be more soft. Out of the two, I would have to pick Togo leather. There's something about the pattern in it. It comes across more natural. It has I don't know, it just seems like a much more elegant leather, while I think that the Epsom leather is more durable. It's a harder leather or a harder finish. I don't know, I can't get, I have them, but if I had to pick which one to stick with, I would definitely pick the Togo leather. Now, another debate that I go back and forth in my head with is the 135 leather, which is their box calfskin. I believe it's box calfskin. It's shiny. So the 135 leather, which is really shiny, versus the Sombrero 2, which is a more matte finish. I personally like the more matte finish. again, more forgiving on that shine. That 135 leather, it's super durable, but it's super shiny, and it just, the 135 wears quicker than the Sombrero 2. So again, for me, it's a Sombrero 2 leather all day. With belts, are you doing 32 millimeters or 38 millimeters? I like a belt to be versatile, and I find that for my aesthetic, the 32 can transition from everyday to something more elegant in the evening. That 38 super thick, I feel like all the rappers and like people who dress really urban, people who are still wearing like baggier jeans, like a very more urban aesthetic, they can rock that 38 millimeter. Nothing that I own fits the 38 millimeter thickness comfortable. Like none of the jeans, obviously definitely no dress pants that I own. So for versatility purposes, I stick with the 32 millimeter. Hermes's belts are known, the gold color belt is classic, but Etaupe is another classic, and it's again a battle that I've gone back and forth with a few of my friends, and for me, I always pick the gold. The gold just kind of, to me, speaks to Hermes's history. It's very equestrian, juxtaposed to like either the gold or the silver, but I think typically gold. When I think Hermes, I think their gold, that gold colored leather with a gold buckle. It's the first Hermes belt that I ever saw, the combination, and I think it's classic. So for me, I'm definitely gonna go with the gold. Let's go on to something that I have a plethora of, and that is the Click HH bracelets. And I wanna know, I'm not sure if you guys know, but they used to make the men's Click HH bracelets with polished enamel. Now, the last few years, they've only been doing matte enamel. So I wanna know, do you guys prefer the previous polished enamel or do you prefer matte enamel? And I have to say, as much as I feel like the matte enamel is more durable, there's a luster, something more luxurious about the polished enamel. So for me, it's polished enamel. I wish that you can do polished or matte or do gold or silver in the offerings for the men's Click HH bracelet, but what do I know? I'm just a consumer who drops way too much money in Hermes. Speaking of offering it in gold versus silver, do you guys prefer the brushed gold or the brushed silver? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence because I feel like I only like the brushed gold in certain colors. The color is too brilliant to be just matched with anything. I say that now and then watch, you're gonna come out with it in all these different colors and I'll be first in line. But as where I stand, if we're looking at the array of colors that they offer, silver looks better with most colors. To me, the gold only looks good with navy, black, and white. Just my opinion, for now. Let's move on to Saint Laurent, and I'm again picking things that I have recent experience with, and it is the espadrilles in suede or the espadrilles in box calfskin leather. And I have to say, I've worn both of them a lot in the past couple of weeks, and everyone thought that it was gonna be the calfskin, but I have to say the suede ones wear so much better. The leather one, the calfskin leather ones do become more comfortable, but for me, it's the suede ones all freaking day. You know I was gonna bring this up, and that is the Saint Laurent card holder. Do you guys prefer it in the gold hardware or the silver hardware? And it's almost like the Hermes debacle. I'm so indecisive, but just knee-jerk reaction, I'm gonna no. If we're talking about what do I gravitate toward, it would be gold. It would be gold. I would prefer to see it in classic gold. Can I change my answer for the Hermes bracelet? Okay. There is something that I blame Nico, TheMaximalist, for, and that is my obsession with Saint Laurent boots. I haven't pulled the trigger, I haven't gotten skinny enough, but they are on my radar nonetheless. But I have been going back and forth between the Jodhpur and the harness boot. And I hope I pronounced the Jodhpur right. But the harness boot is offered in these variations that kind of give you exotics. But then the Jodhpur is just sleek silhouette that kind of really is me. They're both kind of me, but I think I would go with the harness boot. It just gives you that extra oomph to it. So They're both beautiful, beautiful boots, but for me, I think it's gonna be the harness boot. It just gives you a little bit more versatility. It's not too dressy, but then again, the jabot is really kind of sleek and sexy. That one's up in the air. I don't know which one I would pick. I'm gonna leave you guys with the cliffhanger. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. This was super, super fun. I will leave the video for Luxhandbaglover below and everyone that I'm tagging. Actually, I'm gonna call them out right now. I'm pulling people out of YouTube retirement. I'm pulling people who probably will never ever watch my videos because I'm a micro YouTuber, but I'm calling you all out to do this video. It's fun and I mean, why not? First and foremost, you guys already know, TheMaximalist. I review it all, my dear friend. Come back to YouTube, we miss you. Frozen Luxury, come back to YouTube. docLUXURY, come back to YouTube. Carlo&Seb, you guys have to do this video. Chrisobv, OBV, my boy, Chris, you have to do this. Bobster92, I've been following you on Instagram. I just started following you today on YouTube. Please forgive me. I've been watching your videos, but just never knew that I wasn't subscribed. The Nosey Panda, SERGIO'S Secret, BMW A5H, Ashley, who is like the male luxury YouTuber of us all. I'm gonna call out Rich Lux. Everyone knows who Rich Lux is. Again, he probably won't even see this video. And my boy, TheBiggest Boss. I want all of you guys to hopefully do this video. If so, tag me, let me know you did it. And again, thank you to everyone for watching this video. Thank you again to Luxhandbaglover for starting this tag. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.